Today it is sweet. Okay. Okay, time. Something wrong. Okay. So we'll start with our prayer as usual. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityurma amritam gamaya aviravirmayedhi. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Tava kathamritam tapta jivanam kavibhiriditam kalmashapaham Shravanamangalam Srimadatam Bhuvi Gnanti Ye Bhurida Janaha. May we be protected, may we be nourished, may we strive with energy and vigor. May our study be enlightening and not give rise to hostility. Om peace, peace, peace. Lead us to truth and not to untruth. Lead us to enlightenment and not ignorance. Lead us to immortality and not death. Let the self-manifest Atman grow in me. Om peace, peace, peace. Your nectar-like words and warm and inspiring life stories, eulogized by learned sages, are indeed eradicator of shoots of ignorance. These are auspicious to hear and propitious to inculcate in one's own life. Those who take these words to the world are indeed great benefactor of the world. So we are studying Sri Sarada Devi and her divine play. Why it is so important? Because philosophy, whatever we say, it's not for us, common people. It is very difficult. Kleshu adhikataras tesham abhyakta asakta chetasam. That which is abhyakta, unmanifested, how can you fix your mind? Still God has given some intellect, that's why the philosophies have come. But as we know, there is a Ram Prasad song, Ke jane re Kali kamon. Who knows what Mother Kali is? Shad darshane napaye darshan. Even 6 darshanas cannot fathom her glory. Why? Because it is within the domain of Maya. It is within her. That is why we need to pray to the Divine Mother. O Mother, please take me by my hands. Then only she gives buddhi yogam, dadami buddhi yogam tam, that I give intellect. Yena mam upayanti te, by which they attain me. So it is devotion. Devotion is wonderful. It is sweet. It may be a long time, but if there is total surrender, we cannot say it is longer also. Rather, philosophy, one has to be uhapoha vichakshana. That means one should be able to understand what is for, what is against, and what is good for any particular philosophy. So uhapoha, so it's pros and cons. One should be able to understand. So Though philosophy is also a way, though philosophy or say Jnana Yoga is also the way, and Jnana Sarvam Karma Akhilam Partha Jnane Parisamapyate. All karma is destroyed by knowledge. But still, we are simple people. For us, devotion is the best. We also follow devotion. It is not that we we cultivate knowledge, jnana yoga. We cultivate a little, but depending on bhakti, devotion. See, otherwise, if we don't cultivate, then people will say, "Oh, they are out of touch." So, we are to, for general, we need to cultivate that also. Anyway, here we are reading the life story of Holy Mother, Sri Sarada Devi. When Sri Ramakrishna worshipped her in the form of Shodashi, Sri Ramakrishna invoked the Kundalini of this whole world. And we can see from that time onward a great upheaval, great developments have happened in all spheres. So, this is our thinking. So, without more elaboration, that let us go forward. And Girish Chandra Ghosh, how he came in contact with Sri Ramakrishna and then later Holy Mother Sri Sarada Devi. But we will find that he had a vision of Holy Mother long before he even knew Sri Ramakrishna. Okay, Paul.
So we're on page 234.
Yes.
The song drew tears from the eyes of the listeners as it aptly applied to and conjured up a vision of the early life of Sri Ramakrishna and Sri Sharadamani. I heard from Girish Ghosh that for over an hour all remained spellbound and their eyes glistened with tears. But those happy days came to an end.
Yeah, the song was Ki Anandir Katha Umego. What is a O Uma? Uma means daughter of Himalaya, that means Durga. My darling, what good tidings I heard that now you are Annapurna in Varanasi. So, like in the beginning, my son-in-law the people used to think that he's a mad person. But now he's king of Varanasi. So it is Shiva, and the parallel we can find in the life of Sri Ramakrishna and Holy Mother. People used to call Sri Ramakrishna as mad person. So this is that song, and that is why it spelled such a wonderful wonderful effect. Yes.
Holy Mother used to travel back and forth between her Calcutta and Jairambati residences. One day we heard that Mother was leaving for Jairambati after Kali Puja, 1896. On the day of her departure, Girish Ghosh came to bid her farewell. He did not utter a word, and with a serious countenance he called for Yogananda and went directly to Holy Mother, who was then living at Sarkarbari Lane. We all followed him. Full of emotion and deep reverence, he prostrated at the feet of Holy Mother and with folded hands said, "Mother, when I come to you I feel that I am a little child coming to its own mother. Had I been a grown-up son, I would have served my mother. But it is quite the opposite. You serve us, and we do not serve you. You are going to Jairambati to serve the people, even by cooking food for others in that village kitchen. How can I serve you, and what do I know about service of the Divine Mother?" Girish's voice was choked, and his whole face was red with emotion. He said, Mother, you know our minds, which we ourselves do not know. We cannot go to you. It is through your grace and kindness that you come here to see your children. Whenever you wish to come here, please do not hesitate for a moment. We, your children, will always be happy to see our mother and shall deem it a privilege to render you whatever service you will graciously allow us to offer. Girish then addressed us who were standing behind him. It is difficult for human beings to believe that God may incarnate in a human form like any of us. Do you realize that you are standing before the Mother of the universe in the form of a village woman? Can you imagine the Divine Mother doing all kinds of domestic work and fulfilling social duties like any ordinary woman? Yet she is the Mother of the universe, Mahamaya, Mahashakti, appearing on earth for the salvation of all creatures and at the same time exemplifying the ideal of true motherhood.
This is the dilemma that one harbors doubt. Why should I offer prayers to like human being like one of us? There comes the help through knowledge. That is why cultivation of knowledge is not that bad. Like some people, they don't like knowledge. I mean, it's not, they are fixed in their thought. Especially, some Vaishnavas. But anyway, that is why we need to know this, how it is possible. As Sri Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, that I take control of my Maya and incarnate myself. Though I have no work in this whole world, but still I incarnate. Ajopi san, though I am unborn, Abhyayatma, Bhutanam Ishwarapsi, I am Abhyayatma, I am the self, unmanifested, unexpressed. And I am the controller of this, all the creation. So, Ajopi san Abhyayatma, Bhutanam Ishwaropi san, Prakritim swam avashtabhyam, Sambhavami Atmamaya. I control my Prakriti and I create myself. So this is very important to understand. The thing is, after certain time, when some pandits they admit, and also some devotees come, great devotees, then it becomes normal. But still, doubt may come anytime. That is why a little help of knowledge is good. But simple belief is always good. No need of some argumentation or debate or something like that. Yes, go ahead.
His words made a deep impression on all present, and the whole atmosphere was charged with serene sublimity and calmness. Yes, it was then a veritable paradise, pervaded with spiritual bliss and benediction. We accompanied the mother to the railway station. She blessed us all as we touched her feet in salutation. Swami Bodhananda.
Just I wanted to say one thing. Like when Swami Vivekananda came and prostrated, not here, not on this trip, but when he came and prostrated and said, Mother, nowadays everything is vanishing from my thought. Shab jinish, everything is being vanished. So he says, Baba, amaki udiye diyo na. Don't vanish me. And then Swami Vivekananda then said, no, mother, no. How can I do that? Then where to stand? You see, Prakriti, the Mahamaya, on her everything is happening. So when Swami Vivekananda said, "No, mother, no, how can I um, feel that you are not there? How can I be oblivion of you?" So that is why we need to see, how Swami Vivekananda thought of her, that she is the substratum on which everything is happening. So this is, and that what Girish Chandra said and how it affected everyone. It is difficult to understand. We were not there. So we take from the authority that yes, that happened. Yes.
Swami Bodhananda left a vivid account of Girish's visit to Jairambati in the early part of 1891, which is presented here in an abridged form. Our party consisted of Swami Niranjanananda, Swami Subodhananda, Girish Kanai, later Swami Nirbhayananda, Kali Krishna, later Swami Virajananda, and myself. Girish also took a cook and a servant with him. After breakfast at Girish's house, we left for the Howrah railway station and reached the Burdwan station at noon. We had our lunch there and bought luchis, fried potatoes, halva, and sweets for our supper, and some special sweets to offer to the master in Kamarpukur. 5 bullock carts were hired, and we started our journey just before evening. We crossed the Damodar River, which was almost dry. After crossing the river by bullock cart, we finished our supper. At 10 p.m., we resumed our journey, but shortly after, the jerking motion of the cart upset Girish's stomach. We were then in the middle of a vast meadow. Swami Niranjanananda stopped all the carts and asked the drivers to unfasten the bullocks from the carts. Within an hour, Girish fell asleep, and in the morning he felt normal. We resumed our journey and reached Uchalan,
Yes.
16 miles from Burdwan, at 10 a.m. We went to an inn and had lunch. After resting, we had tea. We again bought luchis, fried potatoes, and halva for supper. The drivers drove the whole night, covering 14 miles from Uchalan to Kamarpukur. We arrived there at 9 a.m. and met Brother Ramlal and Sister Lakshmi, the master's nephew and niece. We took a bath in the Haldar Pakur and had the prasad of Raghuvir and spent the night at Kamarpukur. The next morning, we left for Jairambati, which is 4 miles from Kamarpukur. Girish went by palanquin and the rest of us walked along the mud road. We arrived in Jairambati at 11 a.m. Girish took a bath in the Talpukur and went to visit Holy Mother wearing his wet cloth and carrying a mango in his hand. He fell flat on the courtyard and bowed down to the Mother. This scene is still vivid in my memory. I had a great opportunity to associate closely
So like
with
this,
Girish.
now this about 60 miles from Kolkata. So that took 2 days. So that was so difficult that time. But nowadays, it takes about 2 hours, maybe 2 hours and 30 minutes. And by train, it is even faster. But that time, it was so difficult. Even there was no road, and you had to travel by bullock cart. And malaria infested, so much, so difficult. Yes. Yeah.
I had a great opportunity to associate closely with Girish in Jairambati. We stayed in the same room. We ate together, walked together, and talked freely. When he was in the mood, he would sing some devotional songs in praise of the Divine Mother. Because of the many guests in Jairambati, Holy Mother was extremely busy from morning till 11 p.m., taking care of our food, sleeping arrangements, and so on. Although Girish's cook and servant worked, the mother had to supervise everything. It was not easy to get milk early in the morning in Jairambati, but the mother would go to the villagers and collect some milk so that we could have tea. We had breakfast with puffed rice, sandesh, and tea. And then after a bath, we had some prasad. Mother served lunch with 8 or 9 kinds of preparations, as well as curds and sweets. In the afternoon, we had tea and snacks, and at supper, luchi, rice, vegetables, and sweets. Girish would listen to the dialect of the illiterate farmers and imitate their language. He considered hiring a farmer and bringing him to Calcutta to act in one of his plays. After staying for 2 weeks in Jairambati, everyone returned to Calcutta except for Swami Niranjanananda and Girish. The mother looked after us as her own children. I still remember that I rolled chapatis a few times and the mother baked them. It was her grace that I could be near her. Those are unforgettable memories.
Go ahead.
Swami Nikhilananda, author of Holy Mother, supplied some more information about Girish and Holy Mother. After arriving at Jairambati, Girish took his bath and bowed down to Holy Mother. His body was shaking with emotion. Casting his eyes upon her, he exclaimed with surprise, "Ah, you are that mother." He suddenly recalled a vivid dream of many years before, when he had been bedridden from cholera. A luminous goddess wearing a red-bordered sari appeared to him and offered him some sacred prasad, which soon cured him. He now recognized Holy Mother as that deity and felt that she had always been looking after him as his guardian angel. To verify this, Girish asked her, "What kind of mother are you?" Immediately, Holy Mother replied, "Your real mother, not just the wife of your guru, not a foster mother, not a vague sort of mother, your real mother."
Yeah, so this incident I was indicating that after arriving at Jairambati, Girish took his bath, and there is a custom that after taking bath, in the same wet cloth, they would go to the temple and make pranam. So similarly he did. He went to mother and made pranam. And then generally he would not see the face of mother. But this time he looked at it and mother also looked. Then he recognized, "Oh, you are the same mother." That means in childhood he had some ailment. Because of that he was dying. And everybody said nobody can save him. But later, one morning, a deity, a divine mother came and took him to lap and blessed him. So that way, and that's he remembered. So when Girish saw mother, it's the same divine entity with red border cloth and etc. Then said, "Oh, mother," he said like this. "Ah, you are that mother." He suddenly recalled a vivid dream of many years before when he had been bedridden from cholera. A luminous goddess wearing a red bordered sari appeared to him and offered him some sacred prasad, which soon cured him. So he now recognized Holy Mother as that deity and felt that she had always been looking after him as his guardian angel. So this is, and to verify this, Girish asked her, "What kind of mother you are?" And immediately mother says, your real mother, not just the wife of your guru, not a foster mother, not a vague mother, like we also call in village or in society, any woman is addressed as mother. So it's not kathar katha manoy, not big sorts of mother, your real mother. Yes, go ahead.
Girish spent a happy and carefree time in Jairambati, wandering about freely with the villagers in the meadows and drinking in the beauty of the sunset in the open fields. Soon his fame spread throughout the area, and he would sing now and then to entertain the villagers. One day, Holy Mother heard Girish singing this song for the villagers. Later she sang the song herself in a soft voice. Gopala crawls away from the queen, lest she should catch hold of him. He casts at her a furtive glance, as she eagerly cries, "Stop, stop!" Gopala crawls farther away.
Hmm. Now, Girish had many qualities. He was a dramatist, he was singer, he was, poet. He was a poet also. And in drama, all kinds of people are required. So he was manager, organizer, he was guru of actually of many actors and actresses. And here, that he used to listen the illiterate farmers. So because their language is not exactly, say, Calcutta Bengali. It is Bengali, but a different kind. It's a patois. That's Ramakrishna's word. Language also was like that. So he would imitate those things, and again he would produce. Then he was the writer also, drama writer. So he had many qualities. So he used to entertain villagers with his singing and sometimes maybe acting also. Okay, go ahead.
One day at Jairambati, Girish had a heated discussion with Holy Mother's brother, Kali Kumar, regarding whether Holy Mother was an ordinary human being or a goddess. Kali Kumar naturally regarded her as his sister and said, "It is you who call her the Divine Mother or the Mother of the Universe, but we were born from the same womb. I do not understand what you say." "What are you talking about?" replied Girish firmly. "You are the son of an ordinary Brahmin, born and reared in a village. You have forgotten the duties of your caste, such as worship and study, and are now living as a farmer. If a man promises you a bullock for your plow, you will run after him for at least 6 months. Is it not possible for Mahamaya, who can make the impossible possible, to appear as your sister and hoodwink you for the rest of your life? Listen to me. If you want liberation in this life or afterwards, go immediately to the mother and take refuge at her feet. I urge you to go at once."
Hmm. So, everybody cannot understand this. That is why the heart is to be purified. And one should have that impressions. And what we are doing, actually, what happens by studying, this is the way of cultivating that devotion. And then heart is cleansed. Then truth is reflected there. So it is not that it is not given to anybody and everybody. Those who are pure in heart will see God. So though born in the same family, but they were not aware of it. And they used to fight and extract money from mother. And some mad aunt, even she would insult mother. So it is because of the ignorance, or we can say that this is also play of Mahamaya. Seeing that chaos, nobody would believe that she is the mother of the universe. So this is also Mahamaya's play. Okay, go ahead.
Such was the power conveyed in Girish's words that Kali Kumar immediately went to Holy Mother and clutched her feet, begging for her grace. She said, "Kali, what are you doing? I am your sister. What are you saying?" Kali Kumar returned to Girish the same person he was before. Girish asked him to go back, but he would not. Girish once remarked that Holy Mother's brothers must have performed bone-breaking austerities in a previous life to have obtained her as their sister.
This is, the faith would not come until or unless you have also some experience. It is, say, Girish. Girish had that experience. And we are to pray to the Divine Mother for such experience. It is, it is not that easy. As you pray earnestly, she will bless you. So prayer is very important. Pray earnestly to her. She is very much present, even today. So, the conviction comes from some experience. Otherwise, it's only a story. So, Girish had that confidence, but not Kali Kumar, or for that matter, other brothers and sisters also, and relatives. Yes.
Girish's relationship with Holy Mother. Holy Mother usually wore a veil when she was with the monastic disciples and male devotees of the Master, except for Swami Adbhutananda and Advaitananda and a few others. When Girish ate his lunch at Jairambati, Holy Mother would say to him from behind the veil, "My son, please have a little more rice. You will feel hungry if you eat such a small amount of food." Girish was overwhelmed by Holy Mother's affection. Observing her shyness and unwillingness to talk to her male devotees, Girish once told her, "Mother, the Master has become a chabhi, a picture, and you have become a boma, a bashful bride who wears a long veil."
Chobi means picture. Yeah. Sri Ramakrishna, because he passed away and now he's in picture only. And you have become Boma, that means all the time veiled. Yeah.
Swami, did Holy Mother, so she always wore a veil in Jairambati as well as in...
No, because of this devotees, not all the time. She was free in Jairambati, but in Calcutta she was always veiled. And Jairambati, if some, it depends on the situation. So especially Girish Chandra Ghosh, she veiled.
If the direct disciples went to Jairambati, like when I can't remember who was who traveled and cooked a meal for her, did she wear a veil in front of the direct disciples?
Not to all, but to some. Not to all, but to some she is to veil. So like this here, you can see, here it writes, say, Holy Mother usually wore veil when she was with the monastic disciples and male devotees of the Master, except for Swamis Adbhutananda and Advaitananda. Advaitananda was elderly and Adbhutananda was Latu Maharaj. He came when when Adbhutananda was a kid. So Mother never bothered to veil in front of her. But other people like covering the face. It is to protect devotees. When Girish ate his lunch at Jairambati, Holy Mother would say to him from behind, this is the way of Mother. Take more this and that. They'll push. Not like here, whatever you like, you eat. They'll always push. Yeah, go ahead.
Girish meant that people now see the Master only in a photograph, so Holy Mother should not maintain such a distance from and formality with her children. Girish later recalled his days in Jairambati. What an infinite affection did I see in the Mother. She was my real mother. She kept her vigilant eyes on every minute detail. One day in Jairambati, I saw the Mother going to the pond with a piece of soap, a bed sheet, and a pillow cover. When I went to bed that night, I found that my pillow cover and bed sheet had been beautifully washed. Tears trickle from my eyes when I think of her affection.
Yeah, one day it happened. that Swami saw in the midnight that somebody with a lantern doing something on the in the courtyard. So when he went near it, he discovered that it was Holy Mother and taking out all the brick bats. So, oh mother, what are you doing? No, my children come and it may hurt their feet. That is why I am removing this. Oh mother, you should have told me. So anyway, that was her thinking. Nobody should be hurt by these things. So she was doing herself. It is not that easy to understand all this. How it works, how mother cares. So mother had that understanding that my children are my dear. So she always used to take care. So Girish Ghosh also like that got the affection of mother. Yeah.
Because of the bereavement he had suffered, Girish realized the emptiness of family life. During his visit to Jairambati, he approached Holy Mother several times for her permission to embrace the monastic life. She would not give her consent, instead suggesting that he continue his literary and acting careers. Girish at last gave up the idea of becoming a monk. Shortly after this, Girish took the opportunity to spend a few days in Kamarpakur, and Holy Mother joined his group. His long association with Holy Mother and his visits to the sacred places of Jairambati and Kamarpakur finally brought solace to Girish's broken heart. He returned to Calcutta and resumed his acting career with fresh vigor and a clearer spiritual outlook.
So near Jairambati and surrounding that place, Jairambati and Kamarpuku, there are many places where Sri Ramakrishna visited, Holy Mother visited and worshipped, and so many holy connections are there. So he visited all those places. Yeah.
Girish often visited Holy Mother when she was in Calcutta. Once Holy Mother was returning from a long stay in Jairambati. Swamis Brahmananda and Premananda went to Howrah station to receive her. Though the train was 3 hours late, the Swamis and her devotees waited. When the train finally arrived, Yogin Ma and Golap Ma helped Mother out of the train, and the Swamis rushed to take the dust of her feet. Golap Ma was Holy Mother's guard and caretaker. In her high-pitched voice and brusque manner, she scolded Swami Brahmananda. Maharaj, have you no sense whatsoever? The mother has just gotten off the train, tired and exhausted from the heat. If you can make such a fuss about prostrating, how can I restrain the others? The venerable Swamis were embarrassed and stepped back. Holy Mother was then driven to Udbodhan house in a carriage, and she went upstairs to rest.
So like she was administrator, and all the time she would rebuke people. Now she will be chastised, and that incident will come. Okay, and similar things happened with Swamiji also, and then he rebuked. Okay.
A little later, Brahmananda and Premananda decided to go to Udbodhan house to confirm that proper arrangements had been made. Girish arrived soon after and asked them about Holy Mother. When Golap Ma heard Girish's voice, she came downstairs and said to him, "My words beat a retreat, Girish Babu, before your grotesque devotion. You have come to see Mother. She is exhausted. She is supposed to have some rest now, but you have come to disturb her." Girish retorted, "You are a boisterous woman. I had thought that the mother's heart would be soothed by seeing her children's faces after such a long time. Yet this woman is teaching me devotion to the mother. Phew."
So
Girish and Brahmananda and Premananda.
So she got her treatment. So you are a boisterous woman. I had thought that the mother's heart would be soothed by seeing her children's faces. But the Swami Brahmananda and Swami Sarada could not say anything. They rather retreated. But Girish was not like that. She would rebuke in her own color. Yeah.
A
And
little while,
from Swamiji also she got scolding, and then she was weeping, and then mother consoled her. Why you disturb them? Okay.
Girish and Brahmananda and Premananda went upstairs to pay their respects to Holy Mother. As they bowed down to her, she blessed them. Girish's love and devotion overruled Golap Ma's decrees. After Girish had left full of joy, Golap Ma complained to Holy Mother about his rudeness. Holy Mother replied, I have warned you many times about criticizing my children.
Swami,
Eh?
what happened with what was the story with Vivekananda and Golap Ma?
Like that's it is better not to talk. Because Swamiji also was, unstoppable. Okay, so she wanted to govern on everybody. But some people, they are not timid. Generally people, okay, sorry. But some people will not resent and give in proper reply. Okay, go ahead.
In 1907, Girish decided to perform Durga Puja at his home. He and his sister Dakshina wanted Holy Mother to be present for the occasion. However, Holy Mother was then at Jairambati and had been suffering intermittently from malarial fever. Swami Saradananda wrote to Holy Mother about Girish's wish that she attend Durga Puja, and the gracious Mother agreed to come to Calcutta. At that time, there were riots in Calcutta, and there was a blackout at night in the city. M. Mahendranath Gupta and Lalit Chattopadhyay left Calcutta and went to the Vishnupur railway station, where they waited for Holy Mother, who had traveled there by bullock cart. When she arrived, they accompanied her by train to Howrah station, arriving after dark. Holy Mother, accompanied by Radhu and her mother, got into Lalit's waiting carriage. M. Lalit and some devotees escorted them, sitting on the top of the carriage or standing on the footboard. Holy Mother stayed with Balaram's family, close to Girish's house.
That Lalit was, a nickname was given, Kaiser, because he had a big mustache and imposing figure. Yes.
Durga Puja began a few days after they arrived, and it continued for 4 days. Holy Mother attended the puja at Girish's house from beginning to end. In addition, many devotees came to Balaram's house to pay their respects to her. Despite her poor health, she sat for hours to fulfill her devotees' wishes. Thus 2 days passed. It was decided that Holy Mother should rest and not attend the Sandhi Puja, which takes place between the Ashtami and Navami pujas.
Yeah,
The
so
second,
Sandhi Puja is in between two pujas. That's called Sandhi Puja. Like Sandhya Vandana, Vespers. That means when day is joining night, so that twilight, that's called Sandhi. Sandhya. So Sandhi means when the two things are joined with Sandhi Puja. The worship done between Mahashtami and Mahanavami. So that is Sandhi.
The time for this special ceremony happened to fall at midnight that year. Girish was upset when he heard this, and he decided to stay in his room while the worship was going on. However, when the time for the Sandhi Puja came, Holy Mother changed her mind. She covered herself with a chadar, walked through the narrow lane and knocked at the back door of Girish's house, saying, "I have come." Girish's maidservant opened the door, and news of Holy Mother's arrival quickly spread. Girish hurriedly went to the worship hall, bowed down to Holy Mother, and joyfully remarked, "I thought that my worship of the Divine Mother would be incomplete. Meanwhile, the Mother has tapped on the door and announced, 'Here, I have come.'"
So, Balaram's house and Girish's house is very close. It's like maybe 2-3 minutes. Even if you walk, maybe 5 minutes, very close. So, mother walked there, though she was not well, and also it was midnight. But because she knew that Girish will not live, so to satisfy Girish's demand, she went there.
Thus, after 4 days of worship and Holy Mother's presence, Girish felt that Mother Durga had graciously accepted his worship. On that auspicious occasion, Girish invited his friends and relatives, as well as the actors and actresses of his theater, who all received Holy Mother's blessings. Holy Mother and the theater. Aparesh Mukhopadhyay, an actor and playwright, wrote, "A man sees the outer form of a man, but God sees inside him, and I witnessed this truth. Holy Mother, the spiritual consort of Sri Ramakrishna, came to a theater in Calcutta and embraced an actress who was a courtesan. Thus she demonstrated that God's grace does not discriminate between good and thorny plants, between good and bad human beings, and does not care for the injunctions and prohibitions of the empirical world. That divine grace only purifies all, irrespective of caste and creed."
Yeah, see, like Holy Mother used to say that we have not come here to eat rasgullas, like sweet balls, but here to redeem people. How, in spite of all her bodily ailments and other difficulties, but she graced and also blessed all the devotees. That is, even now, even today, she is doing and blessing all the devotees. So it is not ordinary. It is very, very extraordinary. Holy Mother is not ordinary person. Extraordinary person. Yeah.
The ever pure Holy Mother accepted all of the actresses in Girish's theater and blessed some of them. In those days, actresses were generally recruited from red light districts. As Ramakrishna gave respectability to the Bengali stage by watching various plays, such as Chaitanya Leela, so also Holy Mother saw several of Girish's plays and saw him act as well. It was probably in the last part of the 19th century that Holy Mother went to see Daksha Yajna, performed at the Minerva Theatre at 6 Beedon Street in Calcutta. This was the first of Girish's plays the Mother saw. Ramakrishna had also seen this play. Girish acted in the role of Daksha, the father of Sita,
Sati.
Shiva's consort.
Father of Sati,
Sati, sorry.
not Sita. Daksha is like a mythological character. So this is Brahma created, say, about 10 sons, and from that this whole world came. So Daksha had Aditi and some other daughters, and Sati also was a daughter. Sati wanted to get married with Shiva. But later, Daksha wanted to have a yajna. Yajna means sacrifice or offering, great offering, where Shiva was not invited because he was a beggar. So in spite of that, Sati went there, and Daksha insulted Shiva, and then Sati died there because of that insult. And Shiva goes there and takes the body of Sati on his shoulder and dances. Then everybody was frightened that this creation will go to doldrum. So they requested Vishnu to find a way. And Vishnu went there with chakra, he cut the body of Sati, and those parts, about 51, fell in various parts of India. Those are called, say, like all the special places for worship of Holy Mother, the worship of Mother. So 51 places. So that is the short story of Daksha Yajna. And he invited all the deities but except Shiva. And Sati died there because of that. Anyway, that's one story. So this is, that Holy Mother saw that play.
Brahmachari Akshay Chaitanya wrote, Holy Mother went into ecstasy seeing the play Daksha Yajna. Several years later, Girish invited Holy Mother to see Vilwa Mangal Thakur, a popular devotional play. Holy Mother went to see it at the Minerva Theatre on Wednesday, 25 January 1905. Girish arranged a royal box seat for Holy Mother and engaged an attendant to fan her with a large palm leaf fan. Girish performed the role of a hypocritical monk who was trying to teach
Okay, palm leaf, you have seen palm leaf like a Japanese, like they open this. It's not like that. It's a big leaf, palm leaf, and they decorate it. So one person will fan the box like that. It's a big leaf. So when it opens, and then they put something, a guard. That means something to stabilize it, and also decorate it like that. Palm leaf fan.
Who was trying to teach Takmani, a female confidant of the courtesan Chintamani, how to love Krishna. As she watched Girish's performance, Holy Mother commented with a smile, "Why are you behaving like this in your old age?" Later, observing the one-pointed love of Bilwam, how do you say that, sorry?
Bilwa Mangal.
Bilwa Mangal.
Bilwa Mangal, okay.
Holy Mother said, what wonderful love.
Mm-hmm. So this is a story of a couple, Bilwa Mangal. He loved his wife, and on Shraddha day, so his wife was not there, and it was raining, so he took some Shraddha Prasad and crossed the river, went there, and then that lady scolded that man. "You have come in spite of everything. You have so much of love for me, but if you can give a little love for God, then this would not have happened." So she was a prostitute, but that hurt him, and then he left. He did great tapasya, and then he was a great devotee. Later, so this is that's why Mother appreciated. Aha, what a wonderful love! It is because of love he went in the night, and it was raining. He crossed the river holding a corpse, and he went the other side, and to enter her house, she thought the lady has kept a rope but actually it was a snake, and holding that he crossed um, the barrier. So this way, so mother appreciated that love. But later, when he had that renunciation, and he really devoted himself to God, later he once again uh, almost he fell in love with another lady. So when uh, he asked a hairpin, and when she gave that hairpin, he pierced his eyes so that he should not see any other face, good, bad, or whatever. So that's the story of Billo Mangal. So this is mother appreciated, but he advised Girish not to do all kinds of things, like a hypocritical monk. So she said, "Why are you behaving like this in your old age? Because whatever you do, that gives an impression on mind. So if you play a hypocrite, you will become a hypocrite." So that is why mother forbade. Anyway, go ahead. Okay. So yeah, finish this one.
Okay. Holy Mother went to the Minerva Theatre again on 1 March 1905 to see a performance of Jana. Girish based this play loosely on the Mahabharata. In it, he introduced the role of a court jester, taking the role himself. He portrayed his own character in that role, criticizing and using abusive words against Krishna, but at the same time showing deep devotion to him. He had once treated his guru, Ramakrishna, in the same way. Holy Mother laughed as she watched Girish's performance. Swami Shardananda asked, "Mother, why are you laughing?" Mother replied, "I see Girish's own character reflected in that role. I know he is endowed with deep faith, and he believes that one can have liberation by calling on God, and again he abuses God." Holy Mother's next visit to the Minerva Theatre was on 22 April 1906. She saw the play Chaitanya Leela, which the master had seen on 21 September 1884.
Yeah, another thing is Girish Ghosh used to take those characters whom it is difficult to play. And secondly, sometimes some actor or actor is absent. In that absence, he would take that part. So anyway, that used to happen because he was master of all. He could do any acting very proficiently. So that was the reason. Yes, go ahead.
Ashutosh Mitra wrote, "Last night Holy Mother went to see Chaitanya Leela. Girish arranged for this play to be performed for one night after a long time and offered a royal box seat to the mother. The roles of two villains, Jagai and Madhai, were enacted by Ardhendu Shekhar and Girish. Bhushan Kumari, a famous actress, had retired from the stage, but she acted in the role of Chaitanya without any remuneration because of Holy Mother. Sushila Bala acted in the role of Nitai, a disciple of Chaitanya. Both actresses came and bowed down to the mother before the play started. Holy Mother later commented, "That girl, Bhushan, was full of devotion, otherwise one cannot act in that role. She looked and dressed like the real Chaitanya. Who could tell that she was a woman?" About Jagai and Madhai, the mother remarked, "Where will you find devotees like them? Likewise, where can one find devotees like Ravana and Hiranyakashipu?" Girish used to scold the master, and at the same time he had so much devotion for him. They came to this world like that. Is it easy to become a devotee? Does devotion come automatically?
Yeah, like this. So it is, is God always see one's heart. It is not what they express. So Girish had that deep love for Sri Ramakrishna and also Holy Mother. But outwardly he was very rough because he had that kind of upbringing and that maybe situation of that of his early life was not very happy. So because of that, all these qualities and bad qualities uh, we find in the life of Girish Chandra Ghosh. But inwardly he was very pure. Otherwise Sri Ramakrishna, Holy Mother, they would not have loved him so much. And not only them, even all other Swamis also. They loved Girish Chandra Ghosh and he had lots of good qualities. Why should we see only bad qualities? So this is the story of Holy Mother. It's a wonderful story and sweet. So Akshay,
I don't have question.
okay, good. Yeah, today no question. Yeah, that's good. Okay, we say our prayer. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tatsat Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. This is another advantage of devotion. When we cultivate knowledge, we have lots of questions. And then as we get the answers of those, again some more questions come. But in devotion, those questions are minimized. So